Your eye color reveals your dominant personality trait. They say the eyes are windows to the soul, so what do yours say? Mine say I'm ready for lunch. Both the shape and color of your eyes can tell a lot about your personality. Like if you're an introvert, a good friend, or a total pushover. So if you'd like to dig deep down into your soul with just the help of a mirror, then keep watching to learn what your eyes say about you. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay in the know here on the bright side. Now, let's start by exploring the size of your eyes. Large eyes. Do you have big, doll-like eyes? This means that you're pretty perceptive to the people around you. You're open-minded and are willing to take on the emotions of others. You're incredibly passionate and come off very warm, which is why people love chatting with you. While you're very open and trusting, this can cause others to take advantage of you. Be sure to use those big eyes of yours to keep a lookout for that. Small eyes. If your eyes are on the smaller side, you're probably super driven and passionate about anything you set your mind to. While you tend to be very focused and goal-oriented, you aren't the most trusting. This wariness may come off as shyness or even arrogance, which can be off-putting to people you're meeting for the first time. Next is shape, so let's first determine what yours is. Look at your eyes in the mirror and focus on your eyelids. If they curve gradually, this is referred to as the almond shape because, well, it looks like an almond. If the curve is way more pronounced and the center of your lid is by far the highest, you have round eyes. So, what does your eye shape say about you? Almond-shaped eyes. This eye shape is often regarded as somewhat mystical. People with almond eyes tend to be more cautious about things. However, you're usually able to keep your composure in stressful situations, like emergencies or natural disasters. For example, if you're in a crowded place and someone starts having a heart attack or seizure, you're usually the one who tells everyone to stay calm and makes the 911 call. You always know the right thing to do. Because of this composure, you don't usually like to show a lot of emotion. But deep down, you're a really sweet, compassionate human being with a heart of gold. Aww. Rounded eyes. Do you often catch yourself getting lost in a daydream? Well, you must have rounded eyes. You're more prone to running away with your imagination, which is probably why you do well in creative industries like graphic design and writing. You're in touch with your emotions, which is a great quality. At the same time, though, it often causes you to be a bit moody. In other words, you have a tough time keeping your thoughts and opinions to yourself, which can get you into trouble every now and then. But lucky for you, people are drawn to your charismatic personality and forgive you for lashing out at them. Okay, now let's get into the nitty-gritty. The positioning of your eyes on your face can say even more about your personality. Figuring this out can be a little tricky, but stick with me here. But what about the color? First of all, the science behind it is super cool. That colored portion surrounding the pupil is called the iris. Your pupil becomes bigger or smaller because the muscles in the iris contract and relax. They do this depending on the lighting. They force the pupil to dilate when there isn't enough light so that more will enter the eye, and vice versa when there's too much light. As for their color, it's determined by the melanin, the same thing that determines the color of your skin. Anyway, science aside, let's see what your particular concentration of eye melanin, aka eye color, says about you. Blue eyes. A lot of babies are born with blue irises, but in many cases they change to a different color as they grow up. That's why true blue eyes are seen as youthful. People with blue eyes are also considered peaceful and calm. Hazel eyes. If your eyes look like a mix of green and brown, they're known as hazel eyes. You love being spontaneous, and if someone challenges you to something, you'll never back down. This way of thinking can get you into trouble sometimes. Let's just say you take the game of truth or dare very seriously. Brown eyes. While brown eyes are rather common, you definitely don't follow the crowd. You're quite independent and like doing things your own way. You're secure in who you are, and people really trust you. Green eyes. If you have green eyes, you can't help but be curious about things. You live life to the fullest and will get creative whenever given the chance. You love learning about other people, but this can make you feel jealous at times. Black eyes. If you have black eyes, which, by the way, are actually just a super duper dark brown, mystery is your middle name. You're great at keeping secrets and are incredibly loyal to the people you love. Your intuition is spot on, so be sure to always listen to what your heart is telling you. So, was your personality reading based on your eye shape and color accurate for you? Let us know down in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.